everyone, this is Shadow Mario 41, and welcome back to Let's Play Fire Emblem. It's so good to be back with this game, as always. You know, you have to kind of take long breaks from it after each chapter, because each chapter takes a long time to do. But when you finally do come back, you're just so excited. But anyway, well, all that aside, in the last chapter, if you remember, we were looking for a passage to this place called the Dread Isle, and I don't know why no one else wanted to take us there. It sounds like a perfectly safe place to me. But this one guy in the tavern, this one crazy old drunk guy was like, I'll take you there for a bajillion dollars. And Eliwood was saying, he's like, I'll take you there for $1 million. Eliwood was like, well, okay, I guess that's the only way. It's like, you can't just give in to this man's demands. But luckily, he did get drunk at the tavern, stumble out, and was like, well, if you kill all my pirates, then I'll take you there. I don't need to be the richest man in the league. Just kill all my men. It'll be fun. It'll be a great time. So we did that. And despite a near-death scare from Raven, and despite Guy meeting his match in the arena is always risky because without save states, it's very, very tricky, and there's a high risk factor with that. With save states on an emulator, like this is playing real life. I hope you can tell. Like this is playing on the Game Boy Advance player for the Nintendo GameCube. So there's no save states using the cartridge. But when you play on an emulator, you know, if you make a mistake or if something goes wrong, you can just reset it or get back to where you were. If something goes wrong in this, you have to start the whole chapter over. So it's always risky to do the arena. And Damien showed up in the middle of the thing and was like, hey, I'm going to kill you now. And Osmond was like, nope, I'm going to stand here and just survive all your attacks. And he did. So that worked out well. In retrospect, though, that Raven thing should have been avoided. It could have been avoided so easily if Priscilla just, like, moved up and healed him. In retrospect, that could have been entirely averted. But whatever. It all worked out for the best, I guess, as we go to Chapter 17, The Pirate Ship. Fargus just decided to take us along, like I said, despite us killing all of his pirates. I always like to think of that as, like, pirate tryouts. He meets all these people in the village, in the tavern, and he's like, you guys can all join my crew. Well, whoever survives being fought by all these nobles, and, like, no one survives. So he's like, you guys are all useless. Get out of here. I don't want anything to do with you. Except Dart. Dart survived, remember. And for those of you asking, can you recruit Dart in that chapter? No, but you do have to leave him alive if you do want to get him on your team a little bit later. So, anyway, he says, I'm fine, sir. This is a beautiful ship. Eliwood, not the stereotypical noble. I think that's why Fargus really decided to take him along. And this scene, I believe you only get this scene if you do Chapter 16X, this little extra dialogue scene. But, yeah, actually, interesting note, if you don't do Chapter 16X, if you just skip to Chapter 17 from 16, the game is pretty much like, Eliwood went looking for passage to the Dread Isle, and he found it. It's like, oh, that's convenient. So it does add a little bit more depth to the story. But anyway, yeah, Fargus is going to talk about how Eliwood and friends are kind of not the nobles he expected. They're not like, well, I will go, but I request my own sleeping quarters, and I request the finest seafood in all of Eliwood. And, you know, I'm commandeering this ship. Forget it. This is my ship now. It's like, whatever. So, yeah, everyone, apparently, the Dread Isle, like I said, why wouldn't people want to go to the Dread Isle? I have no idea. Wouldn't you want to go to, it's like right up there. It's like the Bahamas, top vacation destinations. Aruba, Cancun, the Dread Isle. Why not just stick that right up there? And yet you've given us free passage. Why is that? Listen to me, laddie. Men are strange beasts. We can't resist the challenge. So as much sense as this kind of, like, doesn't make, Fargus does kind of clear things up here and say that he just wants a challenge. Like, so he's so interested by this prospect of people wanting to go to the Dread Isle that he's like, you know what? I've seen a lot of crazy stuff in my day, but I haven't seen anything as crazy as you guys. So he's just like, all right, why not? Why not, right? Let's do it. Let's do it. I like that attitude. That's the Eliwood attitude too, because he's like, no, I'm not gonna send out a search party to look for my father. I'm gonna do it myself. I like that. I like that. Even though Lynn is like, oh no, we shouldn't trust them. I mean, they are pirates after all, not always the most trustworthy of people. But anyway, Lynn needs to get over it. Her parents died. Yeah, that's great. We know. Okay, we know. Anyway, so light a signal fire when you want us to return and we'll pick you up. So it looks like we have passage back too, which is great. That would have really sucked. I'm glad that Eliwood cleared that up, that if when we get there, it's not like, well, you're here, okay, bye. It's like, no, we need to get back too. So, okay, good. It looks like we can get back safely. Bring him aboard, as Fargus said. Looks like we've got a visitor. Odd, though, finding a boat adrift near here. Odd. Why is that? You don't mean this is going to set up for a stereotypical pirate ship chapter that's in every Fire Emblem game, and the title of the chapter is called The Pirate Ship. Whatever. The sea currents in this area. Anything drifting around here must have come from the Dread Isle. Huh. So did the ship come out from the Dread Isle to meet this ship? And why would they? And how would they know that I'm even approaching? Anyway, whatever. Shall we greet our guest? He says, kind of knowing that it's gotta be bad news. I mean, come on. Who's gonna send like an emissary from the Dread Isle? Eliwood, you done talking to old man Fargus? You saw us? Hector says, no, I heard you'd gone off with him. You learn anything? We can trust him. We got lucky finding him. Yeah, you did get lucky finding him. I mean, it just seems all too convenient sometimes. And we did get lucky that Raven didn't die. That's for damn sure. If you say so. Hey, you two, they've pulled the dory aboard. I wonder who's on board. It's a girl. A girl? On board the pirate ship? Who is that? That's so weird. She says. Oi, you there. Me? Lynn says. Give me a hand, will you? I don't know where to grab her. I'm not familiar with her features. Lynn's like, okay, such the gentleman, he says. Stow it. I love that. I love that little bit of dialogue right there. But whoa, hold the phone. This looks like a familiar character. Ninian, that we've seen in Lynn's story, washes adrift here on our way to the Dread Isle. What the hell is going on? What is she doing here, Eliwood? What are the chances? That's convenient that we found her. Look at that plot coming through for us. She's how Lindis and I met a year back. I rescued Ninian from a band of villains called the Black Fang. Wait a minute, we're fighting the Black Fang right now! Holy crap, it all makes sense, except it doesn't. Nini, can you hear me? Oh, she says, I can't talk. Are you well? Why were you on that boat? Where's Nils? Why wasn't he with you? What are you doing here? This is like the Dread Isle. I love how no one questions this. It's not like we're sailing in like open waters or like on a commonly traveled route. We're going to like this haunted island and we find a kid. It's like, what? What are you doing? Linda, something's wrong with her. Who, she says. Well, before we have enough time to react, Captain, pirate ships approaching from the northwest, says Dart. Do they dare attack Captain Fargus and the Davros? I think I pronounced that incorrectly last time. The Davros. Davros? Who cares? Who cares? They must be mad. What flag are they flying? I've never seen that pattern before. These seas belong to us. Like, it doesn't matter. They're not flying our flag, so let's attack them. We're pirates. What are you talking about? They're in our waters. This is a day for strange occurrences, it seems. This is a strange day, that's for sure. You whelps watch your own hides. We've no time to waste on you. So, oh boy, we're getting boarded. It says, water, the hull's been breached. We're taking on water. Breached. Those scum are more dangerous than I thought. It's bad, Captain. We need all hands below deck or we'll sink. So, that's kind of a great plot device to be like, okay, you guys take care of everything up here. All of my pirates that can... Fargus could, like, easily wipe out everything by himself. He's like, no, I have to deal with below deck because you guys don't understand how boats work. So, I'm gonna carve these scallywags some new gizzards. We need your help. The water's up to the galley. You must come below, Captain. He says, Fargus, leave the enemy to us. We'll take care of it. Fighting is something we're good at. If you haven't noticed that we cleared out all of your new pirate recruits, like, very easily. But whatever. But a sinking ship, that's your affair. You have to do something or we'll all drown. And Fargus is like, damn it, I want to fight too, though. But that's not fair. Why don't I get to fight? Anyway. Fine, the deck is yours. I'll be back as soon as we plug the breach in the hull. Go, says Eliwood. So Fargus and all his pirates have to run below deck. Lynn, take her to that room. I will, she says. Okay, bye. Here they come. Here I come, says Hector. And it's this guy, this mysterious-looking guy that looks like a palette swap of a boss we encountered previously. Says, all we want is the girl. Kill the rest, says Mr. Palette Swap. And that's it. So it looks like we're going into a battle against pirates on a pirate ship, and we have to make sure, or I don't know if they're pirates, whatever is attacking us. And we have to make sure that we survive long enough for Fargus and his pirates to come back and clear out everything. But we have a lot that needs to get done in this chapter. I'll see you guys next time, or not next time, Jesus, next time. Oh my god, I still have a whole chapter ahead of me. I feel like I've done a whole video by now. I'll see you guys after the prep for the actual battle. See you then. Alright, we are just about ready to start Chapter 17. Notice how this is a survive chapter. So we have to survive, we have to hold out on this pirate ship for 11 turns. Meaning we actually don't have to take out all the enemies or the boss. But I want to show you something really quickly. The boss actually has a special item with him. He has the Guiding Ring. And the Guiding Ring is a promotional item for magic wielders. and troubadours level 10 and up. It gets them to go to their next tier of class. So, for example, mages promote to sages, shamans promote to druids, and it's very, very critical to get this item, to give yourself that opportunity. There's only a limited number of them in the game until towards the end of the game. I think you get the opportunity to buy them eventually, but once you get to that point, it's like your unit should already be classed up by then. So anyway, getting that item is very, very important, which is why you need to bring along Matthew in this chapter, specifically for that reason. And on hard mode, it's very tricky because your numbers are limited. So it's like, okay, you have to bring your Lord, you have to bring Matthew, and you have to bring a healer, and then you're only down to like 5 other units. So that's why some noticeable absences here. But good to see Florina back in the mix. So let's not waste any more time. Let's get started. Notice no Guy, oddly enough. Even though he's shaping up to be quite a hero, decided to give him a bit of a rest in this chapter. Give Raven some action. But this guy says, can you hold the decks until reinforcements arrive? I kind of recognize this guy. He looks like someone from Fire Emblem Shadow Dragon. He looks like that ballistician, Jake. Yes, he is Jake. He's the guy that Anna mentioned. Kind of a recurring character in the Fire Emblem universe. Sort of a, I don't want to say a running gag, but it's that him and Anna are love interests, and that this guy, for some reason, is always separated from Anna. I don't know why, but, oh, she's worried about me. That warms my heart, my friend. So it's kind of interesting that he's a pirate. I guess he started out as a pirate, and then went to Shadow Dragon, or is Shadow Dragon before this game as a ballistician and then became a pirate, or are they totally separate universes? Is this some sort of alternate dimension? Who even knows? This timeline makes about as much sense as the Zelda timeline, and even that, as it's now like official and laid out, it's so confusing. It totally doesn't matter. But anyway, this is the item vendor, this is the shop. Okay, I get it. I don't need tutorials. I don't need that. It's like, press the attack button to attack. Press the jump button to jump. I don't know. I know that. I don't need you. Go away. Whatever. Kind of a neat little cameo there, a little throwback. But anyway, my general strategy here is I want Lowen, first and foremost, to plug up this big hole here, because there's going to be a lot of units moving through this little teeny tiny area. And if Lowen is sitting there, hey, a weapon level increase right off the bat. If Lowen is sitting there, Lowen bounced back. Talk about Lowen making a comeback. I told you my faith in him was not misplaced, although I don't think I actually said that. But anyway, he's a mobile wall now with that 10 defense, so he can't really dish out. He can dish out a lot of damage and take a lot of hits, and he has a lot of health, but he can't do much else, which kind of sucks. But anyway, I'm going to have Raven move down here. So Lowen's going to plug up this hole. I'm going to have Raven and Eliwood kind of team up to take on this part down here. I'm going to send all my magic users over that way. So that's my general strategy for this first part here. I'm going to put Lucius there, so Lucius can actually get a lot of those attacks. Obviously, light magic has the advantage over these dark magic users. So many shamans down there, so many. And what I'm going to do now is actually I'm going to send Priscilla to the armory, because Priscilla has the silver card, meaning she'll be able to buy things at half price. So I might as well buy double the items. Actually, Jake brings up a very good point, though, that I want to mention, is that this is the last chance you get to visit an armory and visit a shop until after the Dread Isle, which I think spans like 4 chapters or so. So you really need to be sure. It might be 3. I might be mistaken. It might be 3 instead of 4. But still, you need to make sure that you are well equipped heading into the Dread Isle. This is your opportunity to do that. So it's good that he actually tells you that. By the way, if you don't meet up with Jake, if you don't do Chapter 16X, and you don't talk to Anna and all that type of stuff, I think Jake will just, it won't be Jake, it'll actually be, I think, Dart, or some NPC pirate that just comes out and he's like, hey, you should do this. But it's not as cool when you don't get the cameo. Let's buy another iron sword. You never have too many iron swords. I'll buy another steel lance. I have a lot of money, actually, at this point, because I sold all my red gems. See, it pays to get all those red gems. You don't think that's helpful initially, but it really is. And I'm actually going to have Eliwood visit the shop as well. He's going to trade and get the silver card here. I can just give the vulnerary for now. Actually, you know what? I'll give the steel sword. Why not? And we're going to go to the vendor with Eliwood with the silver card, so we can buy things at half price again, which is great. I'm going to buy a lot of vulneraries, even though I think I have quite a few already. Just buy 3. I'm going to buy a door key, because that's always useful. I mean, generally when they offer you something like a door key or a chest key, that means coming up in another chapter, it's like, you might need this thing, so you should buy it now. Anyway, that's just how RPGs work, right? Isn't that just kind of an RPG trope at this point? Anyway, I don't need any of this anima magic because I'm not using Urk, so I have no need for this. But I definitely do need some more lightning tomes and some more flux tomes. And you might be like thinking I'm burning through all my money, but there's really no point because we can't shop or do anything with gold for a while. So it's good that we actually stocked up on all those items. Trust me, they will not go to waste. You can never have too many like iron swords because you'll just always use them for something. Anyway, Matthew is up here looking for something to do. Florina's looking for something to do. I'm gonna have Florina actually go over here and have something to do. Why don't you just kill this person, Florina? Why don't you do that? There we go. Good. Good. Speaking of Florina, I mean, it's so great to, level up. Let's see how this level up turns out for Florina. Hopefully a good level up for Florina. Strength. Yes, yes, yes. I don't care what else goes up as long as strength went up, although no health. She has such low HP. But I'm glad strength went up one more point. That's typically where Florina really struggles for me whenever I use her, is she gets really low strength for some reason. But anyway, she should be fine. There's only this one archer we have to worry about as far as Florina is concerned. Although she probably will get hit by a lot of things, so we do have to be kind of careful about that. And I'm going to move Matthew here just to kind of bait this mercenary, because I have a feeling that mercenary is going to move up and attack Matthew, and I don't really want Raven to take a lot of abuse just yet, because Raven, like I said, is going to try to plug up a whole gap, and he's going to probably get hit a lot, so that kind of sucks, but that's what you got to do. You got to do what you got to do, right? So, Matthew, let's see how Matthew can handle this mercenary. It's alright, he can take one little hit. Actually, he can counterattack pretty well. I am a little disappointed with Matthew, though. I've mentioned this a few times. Normally, he turns out a lot better. But his strength and just some of his other stats, like his speed, should already be capped at this point. It's like, I don't know, it's just, Matthew's kind of disappointing me a lot. But that's alright. Lowen, though, look at that. 0 damage that mercenary can do. So Lowen is turning into a tank. How about that? I didn't expect that at all. But I didn't expect Lowen to bounce back the way he did. Are you kidding me? That's crazy. Priscilla's going to get attacked. Not a big deal if she gets attacked by a magic unit. I mean, she is a magical character, and she has that resistance. So that's kind of what she's there for. That's why it's not a big deal if she gets attacked by shamans. Now, speaking of which, you might be like, well, you're kind of getting overrun by enemies here. You kind of need to plug up some of these gaps quickly, and I will. Don't worry, I will. But you kind of do need to take this round of just getting attacked from all angles before you can finally start to close the gaps from where the enemies come. And you got to make this chapter is all about controlled chaos. There's so many enemies coming from all different angles. You need to just section them off and take them off one at a time. I think compare this screen right now to like what it'll look like after the next turn. It'll be like night and day, I think. But anyway, so what I want to do with Lowen is I want to have Lowen continue to use the javelin. Because if Lowen has the javelin, then that means he cannot be, or he can attack from both close range and from 1 square away. So he's going to be able to, I'm pretty sure, take out all of those units by himself. So I might have to give him a break in the next chapter, actually. Lowen's doing work in this chapter. What I'm going to do is I'm going to move Florina here and just attack and finish off this guy right there that attacked Matthew. That's easy killing for Florina. So yeah, like I said, Matthew kind of disappointing. I might have to end up using him in Hector's mode when I do that, because you get more opportunity for that anyway, because you get Matthew, I think, for an extra chapter or so. But anyway, let's have Raven now take out, or at least try to attack this guy, do some damage to him. That should be fine, just like that. A little bit of damage. There we go. He's probably going to... Oh, wow. Actually, another dodge. Look at Raven coming through with the unlikely dodges. I like it. I like it. The one thing I don't typically like about using Raven in this chapter is he is going to take a lot of abuse. He's going to get hit a lot, but it is going to pay off. It is going to pay off big time. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use Canis to take out Canis and Lucius. By the way, I'm talking about all this physical stuff over here. We have all the swordsmen coming. All these magic units are essentially not very threatening because Canis and Lucius teamed up together can just do work on that whole side of the map. Like, you don't have to worry about much. They will get hit a lot. I should mention that. They will probably get hit a lot, but you don't necessarily have to worry about them dying because each hit only does... Look at defensive level up for Canis. That's interesting. Magic went up, though. I'm happy about that. Look at that. 6 defense and 10... That's crazy. That's crazy. A lot of luck, too. Lucius, that's the one thing Lucius does lack severely, is luck. Lucius has, like, no luck in this game. But anyway, let's take out this guy down here. And Lucius, notice, is now plugging up that little gap, so no other shamans can make it through there. They'll have to face off against Lucius. And I mean, if this is any indication, Lucius is just going to wipe them all out. So it's not even a challenge at this point. Once you have Lucius and Canis properly positioned over there, it's really, really nice. You just have to watch out again for the boss. And good, I'm glad magic went up. Defense, though, is so lacking. And luck. Oh, God, that luck is hideous. But like I said, the boss is really tricky. And to get Matthew over there and out of there successfully, having stolen that thing is not easy. But anyway, let's see. We have one more Shaman that needs to be taken care of here in the midst of things. So let's use Matthew down here. Actually, you know what? I'm going to use... Oh, well, Matthew can just kill him. I wonder if I can chip at him with Eliwood instead of just killing him. I doubt it because... Actually, let's see if I can... I don't want to do that. I don't want to go into all the calculations of that. Let's just have... Yeah, let's have Eliwood do it then, because Eliwood is proving to be more valuable to me in the long run than Matthew. Because Matthew, even though Matthew could take out that guy very, very easily, I want Eliwood to get the experience. He's my main lord after all, so... Let's use Eliwood with the Iron Sword to take out this Shaman. Hopefully he misses with only a 51% chance. I mean, the odds are in his favor. Yeah. Oh, well. Oh, well. And let's see who Priscilla is going to heal up. That's kind of an interesting decision. We get, obviously, one heal per chapter, or per turn. Per chapter. Jesus, we'd be in trouble. One heal per turn. So we have to use it very wisely in chapters like this. And I'm going to use it, actually, to heal Florina right away. So let's do that. Let's get Florina back up to full health after that. I kind of want to heal up my magic units too, like Canis and Lucius, before they end up venturing down into the pirate ship. Down to like all the Florina. Not Florina. Oh, I'm glad that wasn't Florina. Priscilla, just HB. I'm actually really glad that wasn't Florina because I would have been really pissed off. Priscilla, like I said, is kind of the unit that gets left in the dust after Lucius becomes level 20 for me. Priscilla sometimes just kind of fades away into obscurity because then Lucius gets the ability to use staves, and then you don't really have much of a reason to use Priscilla. But anyway, I digress. Let's just have Matthew move there, get kind of ready to start moving down, but not really. I just want to get him kind of in the middle of battle. I don't want to have him way off to the side. Now, I'm not sure if I'm going to have to protect Merlinus in this chapter. That's one thing I don't particularly remember when playing this chapter. But if I have to, then I can. This guy's a longsword. Super effective against cavalry. It's kind of a joke, really. It only does 5 damage to Lowen. So not too worried about that against Lowen. Really, really not. Plus he has the weapon triangle disadvantage. Although Lowen missed. I'm not too happy about that. Because we could have just taken him out. So whatever. But Lucius is going to be able to dodge all these Shamans. That's one thing, though, about this chapter, playing it with animations on, is these Shamans slow things down a lot. Because all their magic attacks are slow, they move slow, they attack slow, they die slowly. It's like, just hurry up already. Hurry up, will ya? But I digress once more. So, yeah, this is my general strategy. We are going to have, obviously, more reinforcements appearing throughout this chapter, so we will have to keep a sharp eye for that. And for some of you that asked, actually, some of you asked the question of, am I going to turn off animations eventually? Well, you know what? I'm not for the most part, because I really do love playing with the animations on. I think it really does add to the excitement and the fun of the game. Otherwise, it just turns into a typical strategy RPG. And with the animations, you get really into it. You're like, oh, is he going to hit? Is he going to not? Whereas without the animations, it's just like, you know, it's like a game of chess. But anyway, but the healing animations I will probably turn off in the next chapter, just to save a little bit of time. Because it does take a while to keep on healing, I understand. So we're going to turn the healing animations off starting in the next chapter. So, because the next chapter, by the way, chapter 18 is long, and it is difficult from what I remember. I remember always having trouble with that chapter, so that'll be an interesting experience. This chapter really not that bad. Once you start to section off these enemies and get this controlled chaos as Raven gets a critical hit right there, it really doesn't turn out to be all that terrible. Kind of terrible, but not that terrible. So, Anyway, let's have Lucius and Canis. I said I want to heal up, but they really don't need it. They really, really don't. So, you know what? I'm just going to have... This guy doesn't have anything I can steal, right? No, he drops a Flux Tome, which is good. Nothing I can steal, nothing I can steal. Oh, that guy's a Nosferatu. That's a little interesting. I'll explain that when we encounter that. But, anyway, I want to just continue my assault over here. I can actually have Eliwood use the Wind Sword against this guy. I kind of want to do that, because I kind of want to make up for the fact that Lowen missed. So it's good to always have that Wind Sword. Like I said, that Mario Kart Double Dash content really coming through. Really coming through. Okay, that's fine. Just have Lowen attack with the Javelin. Like I said, want to keep him having the Javelin so he can attack both 1 space and 2 spaces away in case that Archer decides to come in and be some problem. But good, I got a Longsword anyway in case I want to use that. Kind of an interesting item. You don't really get much use out of it, but whatever. Canis can go right here and attack this Shaman, and then Lucius can go forward and attack the others. So this is good. All these Shaman reinforcements are just going to all die. Like, they're going to all get mowed down by Canis and Lucius. It's just gonna be great. It's gonna be great. It's a massacre. A magical massacre going on the top of the deck. You know what's kind of funny? One thing I always wondered about this chapter is what's going on below deck? Because Fargus and all of them are trying to fix the hull. Are they hearing, like, everything that's happening up here? Are they hearing all of the commotion, all the magic flying around? It must be pretty cool. I mean, think about what's really going on. If you were to observe this battle, like, from the sidelines, this would be so cool. But I wonder if they are, like, hearing all these noises down below deck, and they're like, what the hell is going on? Like, people are shooting beams at each other, and there's electricity, and dark magic, and light attacking. It's like, what is even happening? Alright, I want to make sure Matthew is out of the range of everyone, and he will be if I just put him right here, which is great. Priscilla. Let's see what I want you to heal. I want you to heal Raven right now. Because Raven, like I said, is going to be in the thick of things, and it's important that he stays at high health. He's not very... I gave him the Emblem seal, which helps us avoid a little bit, but still he's not very good at dodging. See, the Emblem seal does give, I think, 10% to avoid, plus 10, but still, I want to make sure he stays at full health and he doesn't get killed. that would be preferable. Let's have Matthew just wait right there. Let's go down to the enemy phase. Okay, we have this guy that comes over here, a Myrmidon with an Armor Slayer, so you do have to be kind of careful. What is with these misses at 86? Lowen, what the hell? 86? I mean, I shouldn't complain, because I did get my ass saved last time when the guy attacked Raven with 60-something%, but anyway, this is an interesting magic tome, Nosferatu. It actually, it's a higher level dark tome, and it actually absorbs HP. So whatever damage you deal, you will actually restore that same amount of health. So really interesting. Of course, it makes appearances in other Fire Emblem games, but not necessarily as dark magic. And look at Lucius. Like I said, Lucius is... Oh, that was kind of a crappy level up, but Lucius is going to be my glass cannon. Yeah, he really is. He can do a lot of damage really quickly, and he's fast with that light magic, but he's not going to be able to take a lot of abuse at all. But against these shamans, it's going to literally be no problem. Massacre. Just a magical massacre right here. So that's just great. That's just great. You know what's kind of interesting though is wait. This other shaman might have a chance. Let's see if he's gonna hit Lucius. Let's build it up to be all dramatic. No, of course not. Of course, these guys don't have a chance against Lucius. But what's kind of interesting is the fact that I didn't take Hector or Lynn into this chapter, or Oswin for that matter. All three of them can make this chapter a lot easier. But I want to give myself a little bit of a challenge. I want to make it down to the boss. Oh, one thing I should point out is if you kill the boss, I'm pretty sure the chapter just ends. It just ends. So I kind of don't want to do that, even though I could just, like, crush him right now. I don't want to do that, because that's going to miss out on a lot of experience. But yeah, taking Hector into this chapter actually makes it pretty damn easy. And same thing with taking Lynn or taking Oswin. Can wall off that whole side by himself. But I'm going to give myself a little bit of a challenge and give some of these other units some experience as well. So let's use that Vulnerary to heal up Matthew like that. I'm going to have Florina join the effort over here just excuse me, just so I can save Matthew, or rescue, jeez. I'm going to use proper terminology here. Just so I can rescue Matthew when he needs to be rescued, because otherwise he's going to get attacked by that shaman and he's probably going to die. So we don't want that to happen, obviously. We don't really want to have Florina keep moving forward either, because otherwise I'm still scared about that archer. That archer is still going to attack, and I still have to keep using this wind sword because Lowen keeps missing with his javelin. I want to keep killing all these units. I don't want them to just keep surviving the whole time. But anyway, let's do this. So this will actually... Oh, Lowen with a critical. Making up for that. Make up for all those misses. So, yeah, a few key units on the sideline. You do only get to take 8 units in this chapter. I believe you get 11 when you're on normal mode. But we will actually get a lot more in the next chapter. Like I said, chapter 18 is a big chapter. And there's a lot of enemies and there's a lot to do. So, definitely you'll see that in that chapter we're going to be kind of... That's really the point in the game, by the way. Chapter 18, I think. I'm sure I'll mention this next time, too. When you actually do kind of amass your final, quote-unquote, final army, where a lot of your units that you're using at that point... Look at Florina with an offensive level up. When you get to that point in the game, the next chapter, you kind of have your final list of units and your core group intact that you're going to be using for the rest of the game. So, it is Like, once you get to that point, you'll see. You'll see. Priscilla. What am I going to do with Priscilla now? Because I kind of want... I should heal Florina. Actually, that's exactly what I should do. Because I should use Priscilla to heal up Florina. So let's do that right now. Because now I want Florina to start moving over there. Even if we have to use Matthew to steal that thing and then rescue him immediately and not really take on the boss right just yet. I might want to have to do that. So let's get in position so that we can do that effectively. Look at Lowen. I have to say, Lowen is coming through. Hopefully this level up is really good because I'm singing his praise right now. That was odd. That was an odd level up, but he got some skill and some luck, I guess. I mean, you take what you can get from that, I guess. But this guy's a Lance Reaver. Oh, crap. I didn't expect that. 100%. But he hits. What? He can't hit with an 80-something. But when he gets a 30 whatever hit percentage, it's like, oh, yeah, no problem. I got it. I got it. Don't worry about it. It's like, what are you doing? But anyway, it doesn't particularly matter because Lucius is just going to continue his domination down here and just continue to wipe out all of these shamans essentially single-handedly. I mean, he really doesn't need much assistance down here. I really need to get that guiding ring. I need to make sure that happens. More reinforcements, of course. And that's exactly why Canis is here, because Lucius can lead the charge down here. Canis can wall off now from behind. So notice the boss is not going to move, by the way. But notice now how Matthew has that little bit of protected buffer zone in the middle between Canis and Lucius. All by design, of course. What less could you expect any less from the master tactician whose name is apparently spreading across the continent of Alib? No, of course you couldn't. Of course not. So you can go there, and Canis can actually, you can stay right there if he wants. I'm going to have Matthew stay right here. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to move Florina back over in this direction to try to get into position to rescue Matthew. Even though I think Lucius can probably do that, like, by himself. But might as well just attack this guy to wipe him out immediately. Really no issues here at all. See, like I said, controlled chaos. At first it starts out, units everywhere, swarming your ship, like, what the hell do I do? After a little bit, it's really not that bad. This guy can't even hurt Canis anymore. He did 0 damage. Just bounced right off of it. It's just like, if you shoot a fireball at someone, they just brush it off. It's like, whatever. Whatever. Fireball? That doesn't hurt. Whatever. It's just ridiculous. Alright, let's have Raven get a little more aggressive here. I kind of want to draw attention from more of these guys, but not that archer. So let's put Raven right here. That should be fine. This guy has the Lance Reaver, so I should switch back to a sword, huh? Kind of interesting that Lowen now has the Longsword. Kind of a weird item, but whatever. Yeah, I might as well use the Iron Sword now to finish off this guy. There we go. Even though I kind of had this strange confidence that if I stuck with the Lance, I might have been able to hit anyway, but whatever. I'm going to move Eliwood down here for a reason that I will explain in just a little bit. Kind of preparing him with Raven here to go on a little bit of a mission. Let's just call it that for now. And I don't want to heal Lowen because I don't want to get in the range of that archer. Let's see, who needs heals? I guess Eliwood. I guess Eliwood is right there. He should probably get healed up. So let's do that right now. Yeah, so with Matthew, really the only thing with taking Matthew is to get that guiding ring. Once I have that guiding ring, I am pretty much going to use Matthew to protect Merlinus, just in case I need to. Like I said, I kind of forget whether or not reinforcements come from behind the ship like that. But just in case, I want to have Matthew up there. I don't want anything to go wrong. And speaking of not having anything go wrong, let's have this level up go right, Raven. There, well, that was pretty good. That was pretty good. Offensive level ups. This is good. Gaining strength, HP, and skill. He needs to get some speed, though. He needs to get a little faster. But once he does, oh boy, once he does, he will be a force to be reckoned with. Raven he's got to bring down the hammer. Literally, he can use the hammer, so he can literally do that. But anyway, that's a Fire Emblem joke. Okay, here comes this Shaman, gonna be able to do a whole lot of nothing once again. Oh, but he, a critical, just complete overkill. Massacre of 42 damage. It's just like, Canis is not playing around anymore, at all. Okay, back to the player phase. Now, let's see. Can Florina reach Matthew at this point? No. So it looks like I need to wait to do that until next turn. But that's fine. That's fine. I'm going to get in position to be able to pull off that maneuver right now, which is fine. Florina's at full health, so that's not a problem at all. What's going to happen, by the way, if Lucius attacks the boss? Yeah, we don't really want to do that. The boss is actually pretty damn hard. The boss has a tome called Luna. Luna is a little broken in this game, in all honesty, because Luna, I mean, you might have seen it in other similar tomes in other Fire Emblem games, but they've been modified because in this game, Luna is absolutely broken. It just, you know what it does? It negates enemy resistance with a 20% critical chance, 95 hit. That's so high, even though it has a lot of weight. It essentially just does your magic stat and damage. So, no matter who attacks Zoldam or whatever his name is, he's just gonna take 12 damage. And it does. And Lucius, of course, has 12 health left. So, actually, you know what I will do is use a vulnerary. But Luna becomes, if you can get your hands on that tome, that becomes one that is so incredibly valuable. But that does mean that Matthew could probably survive a hit. Actually, why don't we? You know, Matthew could probably survive getting hit by that. He has 10 speed. Let's test this out. Let's test this out if Matthew could survive. Oh, with that crit chance, though. Yeah, that crit chance. I'm not gonna risk that crit chance. I'm sorry. I know it's low, but when you're doing this and you don't want to mess up, I'm not going to risk that. Absolutely not. Okay. Let's see. This guy is pretty much on the verge of death. Let's just throw a javelin at this thing. Oh, what is this? Lowen. Lowen is defying the RNG this chapter. He's just like, I'm missing with 80%, hitting with 30%, criticals with 4. It's like, what are you doing? You're crazy. You are crazy. Let's have Raven just continue dominating these units over here. You might think we're actually kind of running out of units, and it is kind of true to a certain extent. All those units that seem kind of overwhelming, we're kind of running out of them. But not to worry. I'm sure the game's going to have something to say about that. But anyway, let's see. Priscilla doesn't really have much to do. She's out of the range of the archer, right? Okay, so she might as well heal up her brother, Raymond, in this confusing plot line that, in all honesty, unless you build it through supports, it really doesn't make a whole lot of sense, this Priscilla-Raven thing, but, I mean, it still doesn't make sense. But it's kind of cool that those characters are related in such a way, and you can recruit such a badass like Raven on your team. I mean, just that in and of itself is fantastic. So, anyway, I gotta have Candace stand there. Matthew's gonna be fine right there. No problems. Let's go to the next turn. Okay, here we go. Let's see what's gonna happen. I'm actually really curious as to how this turn is gonna play out. We have Lowen doing work there. I do need to heal up Lowen eventually. He's been taking a lot of hits, but he has so much health and so much defense that he can do it for now until this guy comes along with a steel bow. But luckily, the steel bow weighing him down enough to get double attacked by Lowen. And Lowen has been doing some serious work in this chapter. So I think Lowen's job might actually be mostly done. I'm going to have Priscilla heal him up really, really quickly. Heal should just be enough. I forget the exact calculation as to how much HP is healed. Let's see if it's going to do all 18. No, 17. Okay. So I think it's probably something to do with your magic stat plus 10, I guess. 7 plus magic stat is 10. I don't know. Whatever. But anyway, okay, here we go. Now we have this down here. This needs to go well. Let's steal the guiding ring. Ahaha, that is my guiding ring now, Zoldam. And Matthew's gonna get a level up from stealing. That's kind of cool. Hey, and a good level up too. A really good level up. So, anyway, now we can rescue him, and we can take him back way out of the way over here. And we actually have the victory music playing right now, which is pretty odd. I mean, all we have left is Zoldam. What's more could go wrong in this chapter? Trust me, there'll be enough. There'll be plenty of stuff going wrong, don't worry. I'm going to have Raven actually move down here and get kind of prepped. If you couldn't notice, something might happen down in this general area. Lowen doesn't have much to do right now, to be honest. I'm going to have him kind of relax up here just in case something decides to come along and attack Malinus. I'm kind of having high hopes, though. I mean, it looks like this chapter is going to end quite well, actually. From what I thought it was going to be somewhat miserable, and I thought it would be kind of risky, but it looks like actually my strategy is working out well. I don't even know if I'm going to bring... Oh, jeez. As soon as I open my big mouth, Zoldam opens his, and he's like, move around the enemy ship's stern. That's where they should be waiting. That's where they'll die. So a lot of reinforcements coming from down here now, just as I told you. There's going to be a lot of stuff coming. But that's exactly why Eliwood and Raven are waiting right there to take care of all of this nonsense. Now, the one difficult thing is that Shaman. This Shaman can be a real pain because these guys don't have good resistance, so we need to make sure that they don't die. That would be really, really great if they don't die. And you know what? I should have Lowen come down and help out too with his javelins. Let's have that happen in just a little bit. For now, Raven is going to continue over here. He should be able to survive all these hits, though. I'm really not too concerned about Raven surviving all of this. Because Eliwood should be able... Oh, no, Eliwood cannot attack. This guy's a slim sword. That's so bizarre. doesn't weigh him down at all, and Eliwood actually cannot double attack. That's really interesting. That is really interesting, actually. I didn't expect that at all. Yeah, you know what? Let's have Lowen kind of work his way back down here. I'm going to have Matthew... I don't need to use that. I'm going to have Matthew go up here and defend Merlina. I don't know why I'm so worried about Merlina. So it'll probably be like nothing will even happen, but still, I'm just concerned. I don't know why, but I'm concerned. This guy, by the way, has a steel sword. He can do some damage, but he's kind of far away. So I'm going to use Priscilla, actually, to heal up Raven. No one has any ranged weapons, and the one that does is a Shaman. So Shamans can't do very much damage to Priscilla, as you know. So this is great. This is great. We're just having, like, it's kind of funny. I mean, the way this chapter plays out, it's like we're just having this leisurely cruise along, and then all of a sudden we get attacked by Zoldan, who's just gonna like obliterate me if I try to fight him. So I might actually leave Zoldan alone. It might be the one instance where I don't try to take out a boss, because Zoldan is freaking hard. But what I am gonna do is I am gonna get Lucius and Canis back up over here so they can start helping out the cause, and also so they can defend this little area up here. I don't want any units appearing and then making a lot of trouble up there, because I don't know if we'll still get reinforcements from those ships, but we might, and I don't want to risk the possibility of we might, because in Fire Emblem, we might generally means we will. So, but yeah, it's interesting the way this chapter plays out. We're just kind of cruising along all nice and easy, and then it's like, no, you get attacked by like all these guys. All these ships just appear out of nowhere. 3 ships. It's like, what even happened? And they attack you from the Dread Isle. How did they even know we were coming? I have no idea. I really have no idea about any of this. Raven better not die. I hope the Shaman cannot do 10 damage. If he can do 10 damage, I'm going to be really pissed off. He shouldn't be able to. I really hope not. I really, really hope he can do exactly 10 damage with 45 hit percentage. Dodge! Please dodge! Oh, thank you! Oh my god, he can do exactly 10 damage. Exactly enough damage to screw me over. Oh, shit. Oh, crap. Okay. Okay. Let's calm down a little bit. Okay, let's slow down. Oh boy, oh boy, oh my goodness. I thought I was in the clear, and then all of a sudden all these units appearing out of nowhere, but alright. We can take this nice and easy, nice and slow. Raven's not gonna die. I'm nervous now, if you couldn't tell. Eliwood's gonna come down here. We can have Eliwood take out the Shaman with little to no issue. So let's do exactly that. Oh, yeah, let's just do that. Raven, I think Raven's done enough. See, the thing about Raven is he's so good, but he does come to you at a very low level. And he comes to you in some chapters following that only that only allow you to bring like 8 units or so. So he doesn't really have a lot of time to shine, and until he gets immediately thrown into a role where he really has to be kind of like a wall, or he really has to do very, very well down here. Now, what's the deal with these? Oh, we have Pegasus Knights now coming in. Like I said, you could take out Zoldorm, whatever the hell his name is, Zoldam, and you could, I'm pronouncing his name differently every time. It's like Finding Nemo. Nemo, Fabio, anyway, Elmo, let's heal up, definitely heal up Raven. And you know what, I think I'm gonna have Lowen be the other guard down there. I don't think I'm gonna put Raven in that position. I am, however, gonna have him deal with this guy, and I gave Raven the Lance Reaver specifically to try to deal with some of these Pegasus Knights. So yeah, we can definitely do that. Let's put Raven up here, and have him wait. What does this guy have for a weapon? Just an iron sword? I'm not really too concerned about that. I'm not concerned about this other ship anymore. Let's just do this with Lucius. Now we do have to be careful, of course, because with Pegasus Knights comes, you know, they can spawn from anywhere. They can start spawning from up here, and we have to be able to defend. Yeah, unfortunately, I don't think I'm going to be able to take out Zoldam. He's really hard. Like, he's a level 18 Shaman with Luna. It's like, good luck taking him out. But I am, however, I took his guiding ring, and that's really all I care about. So I consider that a success. So I am going to have these units. I don't want these units to get directly attacked by Pegasus Knights. That's one really tricky thing in this chapter, is that when you start dealing with Pegasus Knights, especially when you have close quarters like this, you can get easily attacked from a lot of angles, and you want to make sure your units are not susceptible to that. Luckily, no archers, so we don't have to worry about any like super effective strikes against these things. But anyway, we're gonna have Lowen go here. He should be able to equip his Iron Lance, and he should be fine right on that space. Hopefully these guys will be able to hold out. I know these guys, Eliwood especially, is not the biggest tank, but he should be able to do well, especially since that guy could not, Eliwood couldn't double attack. That's actually a good thing, because it makes it so no one else can move on that space. And look at these strange level ups for Eliwood. Eliwood's so strange. When he gains strength, he can do more damage. That's great. Yeah, Lowen able to easily handle that. I do want to get another unit, though. Actually, I might have to move Raven back to block off Priscilla from the Pegasus Knights coming in. So let's do that. Yeah, Raven will be able to take out that guy. Yeah, see this Pegasus Knight? I don't want that Pegasus Knight to attack Priscilla. So actually might have to use some more units to come in and take out that, or at least wall off that Pegasus Knight so he can't reach Priscilla. So kind of stressful. It gets a little stressful towards the end. A lot of enemies coming in on the 10th out of 11th turn. Right when you thought you were safe, it's like, nope, you're not. Okay, there's a Myrmidon up here. I'm gonna have Matthew over there. Why not? Matthew's right. He's got an Armor Slayer. I don't have to worry about that. Let's just have Matthew deal with that. He can stand right there. Okay, let's see what's going on over here. Lowen probably needs a Vulnerary. Let's see if I can take out this Pegasus Knight with one shot. Yes, I can. So that's good. The Pegasus Knight has a Steel Lance. Ouch, that hurts. It weighs him down a lot, but ouch. Steel Lance for a Pegasus Knight, that hurts. Okay, but the good news about that is, the good news about it is the Pegasus Knight missed. The other good news is I can double attack easily and get a pretty high crit percentage with a Slim Lance. Although no critical animation, but still, Florina saving the day again, which is great. Florina in the range of that guy, but not unless I move Lucius there. Florina now magically not in his range anymore. Magically, get it? Because it's a magic unit. Like, forget it. Let's do this. Let's see exactly what I want to do. If I can take out the Shaman with one Javelin? No, I cannot. Oh, that Shaman is such a pain. That Shaman, but see if I take out that Shaman, then another one just comes out. So, you know what? Let us do this, because I want to have a magic attack here, and I want to heal. Like, I want to do so many things on one turn, but I don't think I'm going to be able to do all of them. So why don't we have, well, Eliwood can attack this guy and get rid of him. Yeah, but then I can't heal. All right, let's do this. Enough debate. Let's have Canis attack this guy, just like that. I do need to defend Priscilla, so I'm going to I think it would be beneficial to move Priscilla behind Lowen, so Priscilla can heal up like that. So you can heal up Lowen and also kind of be somewhat protected from this Pegasus Knight. This Pegasus Knight is probably going to attack Canis, but Canis should be okay to survive something like that. Actually, we just need the heal staff for this. It gets stressful, doesn't it? Right when you think everything's like all fine and good, it gets really stressful towards the end of this chapter. And this is why, like I said, Hector actually makes this chapter really easy, because when you have Hector, he can actually just come in here and like obliterate this whole bottom section like by himself. So, or Oswin for that matter would be even easier because he has a lance. So those guys make this chapter very, very easy. Yeah, not so much. I actually don't want to give Lowen a Javelin, because I don't want this Shaman to move, because that would mean another Shaman's going to take his place. So let's just keep him with the Iron Lance. He can't take out this guy, though, with an Iron Sword. So let's do that. I'm so happy. Raven now had 2 near-death experiences. I'm so glad he didn't die. I'm so glad he didn't die. Yeah, imagine, too, what Fargus is thinking. Another ship just landed. It's like, what the hell is happening? What? Get your shit together. Anyway, sorry. Just pardon my language, but still, it's kind of funny. All right. Enough talking. Let's have Raven just stand here. I'm going to give him the Iron Sword until this Pegasus Knight moves in my range. Then I'll give him the Lance Reaver. Because he should still be able to draw attention from these guys while being able to counterattack himself, and he should be able to hold his own pretty well. So I'm not too concerned about that. And a level up! How about that? Another level up for Raven, catching up to the rest of the party. Please, some defense. Oh, just strength. Just strength. Ooh, not too happy about that. Raven, what are you doing? You're supposed to be like the best unit in the game, and it's like, no, I'm just going to gain strength. And then another level up, I'm just going to gain HP. It's like, no, don't do that. Anyway, here comes Lowen. Lowen leading the charge down in this section here. Yeah, it's so valuable to have a wall like Lowen. Since I'm not using Kent or Sane, you can actually bring Lowen instead of Oswin. So, generally, Oswin is my failsafe for situations like this. That Pegasus Knight had a critical percentage. Ha ha ha! Screw your critical percentage. And I don't even need the Lance Reaver. I have one of my own. So, this chapter's been so weird with the RNG. So bizarre. So many small percentage criticals and just all sorts of oddities. I don't even know. But, alright, enough of that. Lowen will be able to tank that. Yeah, this should be fine. That's right, we still got these 2 Shamans up here. Not worried about them, because all we need is Lucius to save the day. Lucius is going to come in and just tank both of these Shamans easily. So, now that the boat chapter is just about done, I mean, I don't want to jump to conclusions. But in case something horribly goes wrong, there shouldn't be any other issue with this pirate ship chapter. Again, kind of not really disappointed that I can't beat Zoldorm, Zoldam, Moldorm, whatever. I'm thinking Moldorm, the worm from Zelda. But, like, beating that guy is really hard for this point in the game. And there's a critical right there. Probably, he kind of is comparable to Fargus in the sense that, not that they would be a match for each other, because Fargus could just obliterate him. Look at that level up, by the way, for Lucius. Makes up for Raven's crappy level. Raven might get dropped, as oddly as that sounds, because Raven is generally such a staple in any Fire Emblem team. He could get dropped, and this is the last turn I have to survive. So, you know what? So let's try to get as much experience as we can, right? That's what I think. So I think I should be able to have Florina try to stand here, because no one else has ranged attacks, right? It's just these shamans. So if I have Florina move, yeah, everything else just has swords, right? Yeah, whatever. So Florina can easily tank all those magic attacks, so let's do that. Let's have Florina go here and take out this shaman. Why not? Let's just do it. Let's do it. I'm not going to be able to kill everyone, unfortunately. It's not just going to work out that way because there's just too many units. There's too many units that appear right at the end for you to actually be able to kill all of them. And it is kind of a shame, but at the same time, I am still going to be able to do a lot of damage to these guys. And actually, I should be able to push him back one square, too. But anyway, Matthew, let's see how Matthew can fare against this guy. Oh, can fare very well. Let's do it. There we go. That's easy. I thought it was a lot easier than I thought, so we didn't have to protect Merlinus after all. I knew Pegasus Knights appeared. I didn't know if they would appear from that top area of the map, but they don't, so that's nice. That's convenient. A lot of times that can be really tricky when Pegasus Knights surround the ship or any other flying units. I can think of that chapter in Fire Emblem Path of Radiance, chapter whatever it is, the one on the ship, where you're surrounded by all those ravens that fly around, and it's like, this is really difficult because I don't like being surrounded by units that can fly through everything that have to move around, but anyway, whatever, I digress once more. Let's attack and get rid of this thing. There we go, no contest for Raven, so more experience, and this should be about it. I'm kind of wrapping things up here. Like I said, unless something goes horribly, horribly wrong, we should be in very good position to clear this chapter successfully. Eliwood at full health, so I don't have to worry about anything like that. Let's have, oh, I should have had Canis attack that thing, but that's alright. That's not a big deal. We can just have Eliwood do it. So, that's fine. Yeah, I should have actually had Canis get that kill, but you know what I can do? Is I can actually have Canis, let's do this. Let's have Canis attack the other thing. Actually, I should be able to get a heal. Who needs heal? Lowen's going to use a vulnerary. He has a vulnerary, right? Yeah, okay. Lucius doesn't need heals. Oh, Lucius needs 1 health, 1 HP. I might as well give it to Raven. Raven needs a little bit more than that. So, and no one can attack Priscilla. She's right there. So let's do that. Let's give Raven some heals, and let's just about be done with this chapter, which is good because, like I said, this chapter controlled chaos. Once you section it off, it's not so bad, but some things can still go wrong, especially if you try to take out that boss, Zoldam, and if you're not prepared for this onslaught that comes from the bottom. It's just like crazy. Let's just have Lowen use a vulnerary to heal up here. And Canis should be able to attack. Oh, I don't want Lowen to move. Just stand there, please. Don't move and screw things up. Lucius could get it, but Lucius has gotten a lot of level ups. Lucius level 10. Canis also level 10. But I kind of want Canis to get this last kill. I don't know why. I just have some sort of affinity for Canis. He's here. Lucius had a lot of action, taking out all those shamans. Give Canis a little more experience. Hopefully a level up too. No, not quite. Just short. 10 experience points short of a level. Okay. Lucius doesn't have much to do. Lucius just stand around, so that's good. That's it, right? Yeah, that's everything. So, here we go. Let's just play it out, and let's hope to not die. Let's hope nothing goes horribly wrong. No unlikely... Well, I mean, I was going to say no unlikely criticals. I'll take unlikely criticals if they happen with my units. That's fine. I mean, do whatever you want, game. But I'm hoping no unlikely enemy criticals. That would be horrible. But Eliwood, all right, I'll take a free kill there. That's fine by me. More experience, that's great. That's great. Taking care of more of these units. Lowen should be, like I said, able to wall this off easily. Hopefully those shamans, or at least someone, will attack Priscilla there. Or not Priscilla. I always say I mix them up so easily. Florina, Priscilla. Florina has lances and flies. Priscilla heals. Not that confusing. I don't know why I mix them up so much. But hopefully someone will go after Florina. I hope so, because I want to get her extra experience. But it requires one of those oh, well, not anymore, because they just got walled off. But Anyway, that's fine, because that'll be about the end as Fargus and his pirates come out and they're like, I'm back! Here's Johnny! And he's gonna just attack everyone. Who wants to die first? Truer words have never been spoken. Fargus could obliterate everything in that chapter by himself. Ah ha ha, we've routed him, he says. Thanks to your quick work, we managed to survive. Dot, 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 says Eliwood. Why the dots, Eliwood? Well, I mean, who attacked us? Who were those guys? Who knows? Ah, Ninian, you can't come out yet, says Lane. There's blood everywhere. Blood, she says. Yes, blood. You know, the thing in your body. Look out! Blood is attacking. That's crazy. I'm sorry. Are you okay, Ninian? Ninian, are you fine? Ninian, is that me? Is that my name? Yeah, it is, crazy. Unless you were lying to me. What's happened to you? My head is so foggy. Am I at sea? Yes, you are. We found you adrift. Don't tell me you don't remember. Don't tell me it's going to be a convenient amnesia plotline. But I hope not. Those scum were after the girl, it seems. Will you take her with you, says Fargus? The men are afraid she might be cursed, you know? Actually, that's kind of clever. That is kind of a thing, isn't it? Like in pirate lore, it's like a maiden at sea is bad luck. But anyway, are you suggesting we leave Ninian behind? We can't take her with us, can we, says Hector. Hector's like, what, this girl? We're taking a girl, like this helpless little girl, to the Dread Isle. Really? Could she really be so helpless, though, if all those units were all those enemies were trying to take her and trying to capture her? I have no idea. It's Dread for a reason, you know. Regardless, she goes with us, says Lynn. Lynn is so determined. Lynn's so bossy. When did this happen? A year can really change a woman. I remembered something. The last time I saw Ninian, she and her brother were being hunted by some dark-robed men. Dark-robed, are you sure? Are you certain about this? Was it the Black Fang? Yes, okay, we know this already. It didn't occur to me before, but now I'm certain. How did it not occur to you? Like, instantly. The Black Fang. Maybe that's why, like, I'm being hailed as this genius in Elite, because everyone's so oblivious. They just, whatever. I can't explain. There's something in the air that hints at their involvement. Really? Really? Oh, really now? Is there? Is there? If it's true, then she's likely to be attacked again. Almost certainly. We can't leave her behind, says Lynn. I mean, I agree. I think their reasoning and their realization that this is the Black Fang, it's like, no crap. But I agree that we can't leave her behind. We should stick with Ninian, because if the Black Fang is after her, then maybe we can learn something about the Black Fang by protecting her. So it looks like, actually, we kind of have some sort of I don't want to say a bargaining chip, because it's not really a fair ground here. We're not on even playing field as the Black Fang. But at the same time, if they're hunting Ninian, they're going to have to go through us, so that's a good thing. Please take me with you, says Ninian, as the screen fades to black. So much mystery as we land on the shores of the Dread Isle. Fargus says, we've arrived. Thank you very much. We'll wait 2 weeks. Finish up by then. That's more than enough time, says Hector. I've got a half-wit sailor who wants to go sightseeing. Come here, Dart. So Dart shows up. He says, I'm here, Captain, ready to serve. So, all right. Fargus is actually going to lend a pirate towards us. It's Dart, who I told you would probably join our team. He is doing it now. He says his only redeeming feature is his sturdiness. Other than that, he's pretty shitty. No, come on, Captain. I'm better than that. You've done so much. Thank you. Come back alive. That's all the thanks I need. All right. See ya. He's certainly an understanding and compassionate pirate captain. It is a good thing we found him and not some crazy maniac. Like all those bandits, remember, from Lynn's story? It's a good thing we didn't run into them. Ran into someone who was actually honorable. And Lynn, actually, that's a big revelation, revealing that there's some good in pirates. So, kind of interesting. Somewhere within that forest is the Dragon's Gate. No matter what it takes, we're coming back with your father. It's building up to the climax of this little part of the story, so it's kind of cool. We'll all do our best to make it so. It's like, I always compare things to golf. It's like how you can get near your objective, like, pretty quickly, but to get exactly to where Eliwood's father is going to take some work. Like, we got to the island. The island is the general area, but to actually get to exactly where your father is going to take a lot of work, and there's probably going to be a lot of resistance around there, if that's any indication. Dragon's Gate, says Ninian. Ninian, what is it? It's nothing. Oh, nothing! Don't worry about it. I'm sure it's not a plot line that'll be explained later. Don't worry about it. Just a good name. It's a good name, that's all. Anyway, that was Chapter 17, Pirate Ship. I'll see you guys next time for Chapter 18 as we journey deeper into the Dread Isle to find the Dragon's Gate and ultimately Lord Elbert. Hopefully he's not dead. It's not like the Marcus before, where we're just taking our sweet-ass time and then we show up and he's dead. But anyway, this is Shadow Mario 41. This is Let's Play Fire Emblem. I'll see you guys next time for more Fire Emblem. Ciao.